So here I am back at it, trying to clean up all this brush. Got a little fire going. Wood's kind of wet, so it hasn't been the easiest to burn. But we'll get it. But in the meantime, this whole yard is getting away from me. I am so overwhelmed right now. But we'll just do one thing at a time, I guess. That's all we can do. But with that pole saw, I dropped more branches than I know what to do with right now, and I'm going to be busy for a while. So we'll just keep plugging away at these branches here. That maple tree down here to clean up. Then maybe I can get to that section of the yard past that fallen limb. Oh my God, always so much to do, but I guess you can't walk until you crawl, right? One foot in front of the other. That's how you start a journey of 1,000 miles with one step. Little wild daisy or something. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like a daisy. Let's take a little walk. See how bad this is up here. That's not too bad up in here. Not too bad. So one of these days I'll have to go down into this woods. I used to play down there a lot when I was a little kid. There's a lot of neat old car parts and stuff down there. In fact, I can show you one old car that I've got sitting here on the edge of the yard. It's been here my whole life. My family's owned this property almost 50 years. But right here is the old body of a 59 Impala. Old two-door 59 Impala, upside down. There you can see the door latch. I think you can see the door latch on camera. But it was an old navy blue, had a red vinyl interior. Let me see if I can show you the tail fins on it. This is pretty neat. It looks like it slid down the hill a little bit, but we'll find a way to get to it. Of course, there's a lot of ticks in here. This is where the deer go. But kind of see the tail fins buried in the mud back there. Possibly. Might be a little dark to see. But if you know cars, you know that's a 59 Impala with the old tail fins and teardrop tail lights. Still got a decent bumper on it. Looks like the fuel tank, but yeah, unfortunately, the frame isn't there, just the body. And down the hill a ways down there, you know, there's some, in fact, we'll just walk down there. We will just take a walk down there. Get this nettles out of my way. Whatever those things are, but I just know there's a lot of ticks on this trail. It's where the deer go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way down there, but eventually we will. But there's a bunch of old car parts and things that are laying around like this. There's a piece of aluminum trim, it looks like. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully I can get through here without having ticks all over me. Tick right there, I think, on that leaf. I guarantee I got some on me somewhere. Guarantee it. I'll look myself over good. I hate ticks. I've had Lyme disease 3 times, or infected by a tick 3 different times. Luckily I caught it early and treated it with the antibiotics, but I don't know if you ever really get rid of it. It seems to take something out of you. Oh yeah, here's a pile of junk too. It's a nice pile of junk here. I don't know what this stuff is, but probably the old hood off that Impala. And there's the top of old Oldsmobile or something. Like some old aluminum gutters. Got a mushroom I must have just walked over. I don't know, I only know morel mushrooms, so I wouldn't mess around touching it or trying to eat it or anything. And unfortunately morel season's over. And I've got this old little cabin on my land. I lived in this place when I was in my early 20s. Fortunately, it's just been falling apart. We've had some renters in there over the years, and after the last one left, we decided the house is done. No reason to do much with it at this point, except eventually tear it down, and I've got a nice building site here. If I ever wanted to put up a house or a shop. It's a little chipmunk. So many more trees to cut down, but I gotta get around to mowing this pasture before I cut anything down. It's getting outrageous. Then I got all these dead ash trees. These dead ash trees. That ash boring beetle got to them, so they're all falling. Yep. I got a lot to do. I would like to be doing other things with my summer. And this ash tree is ready to fall. I'm positive. This whole tree's dead and that part's fallen. But the bark's coming off and there's a big split on the other side. Maybe I can find it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that branch is going, but thank God it's going to go towards the woods and not towards the house or vehicles or anything. But then I can get in here, clean up this mess eventually. You know, I'd like just to have one huge brush fire, but I don't think I can get away with that within the city limits I live in. So I've got a small fire going, feeding it little by little. I just about put my hand on that. Wood's so wet it didn't really want to burn that well. She's just a smoldering. So yeah, I got all this wood cut, and this is just campfire wood for the most part, a little bit of maple. But I got a ton to cut and split once I get to that part. My Lord, I'll have enough firewood to probably last me the next 5 or 6 years. Probably a lifetime, really, with all the wood I got to cut around here. So I got these branches dropped off this. Got some branches dropped everywhere. This little drainage cave, water drains down. This whole area was fill, so it was all dumped concrete and dirt, and so. But anyway, a tunnel. There used to be a tree here, and I guess the roots rotted away, so a tunnel washed through it and kind of lets all the water drain down over the ravine or down in the ravine. But anyway, I was up here cutting that branch the other day, or one of those branches with the pole saw. I wasn't filming. I was even telling Molly to kind of look out for me, but I was standing right here, knew the hole was behind me. And I cut it, and that thing came down and started to come towards me, and I stepped backwards. I stepped into that hole. I ended up about up to my hip. As I'm going down in the hole, the branch came down, hit me in the back of the head, bashed my face into that log. I thought I knocked my front teeth out. Scraped my leg up pretty bad. But hey, I saved the pole saw from any damage. Yeah, that, unfortunately, Molly was watching me do it, and I was just told her to film before that, and I didn't have the camera outside, and she didn't have her cell phone, so fortunately we missed that little accident. But I thought it was a good time just to slow down and take a rest. I guess the rest of my life to clean this place up. I just want it all done now, and that's the part that sucks. I don't personally have a lot of large equipment to do all this, but we'll get there. Like I said earlier, journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So just remember that when you feel overwhelmed, just one step at a time, one thing at a time. Just keep plugging away. Eventually you'll get to that finish line. That's where I'm at.